Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, we get to see the most powerful hitter in the league in this one. He's got home run power, baby.
Who doesn't like bombs, boo? This guy has wowed the crowds all season. Yeah, get your popcorn ready.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go on the hill and coming off a great start, Kodai Senga.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Josh Lowe leading things off and takes a strike. Senga was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
And now Ha-Sung Kim homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle. Well, Kim is one of those players that it's just hard to take your eyes off of him, and not many players in the 2023 World Baseball Classic had more fun than he did. He hit a grand slam in a win against China, and earlier in the tournament had a 2-homer game, delivered some special moments for Korea.
One down, base is empty. The other way, and it goes just foul. Good job to fight that one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One out, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Yandy Diaz. That's inside. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's fouled away.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Two outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Just jumped across that line. Honey, I'll bring you with me if I know.
And we're back. And towing the slab, Zack Littell.
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
For the Mets, The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Juan Soto now blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 1 away.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Lindor, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Aye.
In the dirt.
No balls, 2 strikes.
There's a swing and a drive. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
Here's Brandon Nimmo entering this one second in the National League in hitting. He caught it behind his back. There's 1 out to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Batting 5th, the left fielder, Jesse Winker.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Here's Jesse Winker. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. That one is absolutely belted and gone. He muscles that one out of here. His 4th home run of the season, and they tack on 3. It's 3-0. Singy, that's his 99th career homer.
Well, he's probably already thinking about the next one, and don't want to think too hard because you'll start to struggle. 100 is a really nice number to get to, though. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 2 down, Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. First pitch misses. Two down, nobody on. Rip towards third. Fires across the diamond, and that'll do it. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Queens, here's the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 5th, the left fielder, number 24, Christopher Morel.
Now the left fielder, Christopher Morel.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Senga, 6'1" righty, 32 years old, and he was born in Japan. Fly ball center field. Series sizing it up. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down. Two down, base is empty. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Down in order go the Rays. They trail it here 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Littell back to work. Acuna went deep in his most recent game.
0-1.
To the right side. Over to Diaz. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Now here is Brett Beatty. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. That one the other way. Over to Diaz. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
And now it's Jose Siri. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Mets go down quickly, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Taylor.
That's through there for a strike. Taylor turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments. He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Next offering is fouled back. 1 down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. And there's a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Right through there for a strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about
make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Rays held in check here, still down 3-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Francisco Lindor.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Wastes no time there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Tap foul at the plate. Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Oh, great stop from his backside. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Mets 3, the Rays nothing. Back here at Citi Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Josh Lowe. First pitch just misses.
Well, these Rays just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side, Acuna slings to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
And now, Ha-Seong Kim. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. And there's a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. stays alive. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Number 2.
2 outs, base is empty.
Diaz.
And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
And the righty deals. Goes down swinging. Kodai Senga picks up the strikeout. Nothing doing for Tampa. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back. Now here is Brandon Nimmo.
Designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
That one pushed foul. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
0-2.
That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
That's off the inside corner. 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets him. One away on a drop, 3rd strike.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Ground ball right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and Winker is set down.
The catcher, number 4,
Francisco Alvarez digs in now. First time up, he grounded to 3rd. Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. That one ripped. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Mets strand 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Senga back to work. Swings through that one. Lau, 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2015. And a swing and a miss.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Soto racing over to make the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Burrell now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The Rays yet to pick up a hit here. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Goes down looking.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Struck out swinging his first time. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Movement in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger getting loose out there. Rasmussen also throwing. Into center and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Mets, the center fielder.
And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. Struck out swinging his first time. Hammered, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Zack Littell departs, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Drew Rasmussen gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 2. And that one in the air center field. DeLuca under it. Nabs it. Runner tags at second. Tag out at third. And that's a double play.
Now batting.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Mets lead 1, but they lead it 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now, Brayden Taylor. Fought off foul.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Ground ball up the middle, and it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game.
The dream of a perfect game turns out to be just that, thanks to this hit. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Danny Jansen next to hit for the Rays. His righty-lefty splits there.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Next pitch misses. Ball one. Runner at first with no outs here. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips.
Now, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Senga ready to fire now. And that one fouled off. Taylor over at first with one away. On the ground left side. 6, 4, out 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues. So the batting order turns over.
Right fielder,
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. In for a strike. It's 0-1. The Rays trailing by 3, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
That's a ball.
No throw. He's in there safely. And a big swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that chance handled. To first, out number 3. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game couldn't survive it. It's the Mets 3, the Rays nothing. Back here in Queens, bottom of the inning. Here's a big power threat. Pete Alonso.
Ball.
And misses inside.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 3. This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
The last thing you want to happen is to swing at a ball out of the zone in a 3-0 count. That would have been a called strike, just like everyone in the stadium was expecting. Credit to the hitter for taking advantage of that situation for a double.
Now at the plate, Brandon Nimmo. On the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Got him swinging.
The left fielder, number 3.
Here's the left fielder, Jesse Winker. He's done some damage. Launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth.
Winker needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. Rips one to right. Low brings it in, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez, 1 for 2. That's to third. What a stop from his knees. The throw. Oh. What a play. Inning over.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Fastball for a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss, down on strikes, and he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
The Mets leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is fouled back. And that's in there at the knees.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
On the ground. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
They say you win.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Manuel Rodriguez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets.
Second baseman, Luis.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That misses the zone. And the count even 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And the batter now, Brett Beatty. Throw and save. That's a stolen base. Acuna stands at second with no outs. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Man at second. That one lifted to left. Morel hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder, Jose Siri.
Jose Siri, the next to hit.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Strike two.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Runner at second here, one gone. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are two outs.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. The shortstop takes the ball. In the air, left field. Morel squeezes it, and the inning is over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Eighth inning coming up. It's the Mets 3, the Rays nothing.
Now pitching for
welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. A.J. Minter.
And he's been fantastic this year. Really stingy in terms of allowing base runners. He's just got great stuff that's tough to square up.
Christopher Morel.
Going. We in go mode. Going. We in go mode.
Morel in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get two or three.
Out towards right center field. Soto flashes the leather on the run and catch.
The batter, the third baseman, Junior.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Here he is in a spot where he makes most of his money against left-handed pitching.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
One down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Taylor at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Minter, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. Line drive and a base hit right there. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Jansen stands in now and watches strike one. Good eye in that spot. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Garrett Clevenger.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak. In jeopardy. That's too low. Ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Pete Fairbanks warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Oh, look at the stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete.
Pete Alonso now at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. He leaves the yard to right. His 26th of the year. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5 zip.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
So 1 out, nobody on. And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Lifted in the air, right center field. DeLuca settles under it. Makes the grab. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, The catcher.
Two down, base is empty. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the dirt, and the count 1-2. That's out to center field. DeLuca. And makes the grab. And that's the inning. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. Last chance for the Rays coming up. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Edwin Diaz.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
DeLuca leading things off and takes a strike. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Edwin Diaz, the strikeout.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Low in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. In for a strike. Good slider. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him looking. And they're down to their last out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
So they're down to their final out. Now the number 2 hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The Rays down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, Boog, if it's a day ending in Y, then you can expect a win for this team. I'm not sure the last time I saw a run like this. Everything seems to be clicking for them, and it's hard to see much that could derail them from this hot stretch. What a win streak.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
From the revolutionaries to the conservatives, a black united front is what we're about.
Yeah. The making of the mob, the changing of the guard, an angel from the Lord in ceremonial garb, the big homie in charge, main culprit at large, emerge over the odds, the victorious odds, the challenge of Mr. Trotter, a midnight